MK party members fought with security officers at the IEC Results Operations Centre, ROC, during President Cyril Ramaphosa's address, creating a tense and dramatic scene. They were demanding access for their leader, Jacob Zuma. Before we continue, please kindly hit on the subscribe button. The altercation, which was seen on camera and disseminated by Eyewitness News, EWN, brought attention to the significant risks and tense environment surrounding the announcement of election results. MK party members reportedly became more and more upset when security guards refused to let Zuma in, citing procedure that forbade any movement while the state president was addressing the gathering. The doors weren't unlocked until Ramaphosa finished his address, but the standoff continued until then. In order to guarantee the event's safety and integrity, the security crew insisted that their activities followed protocol. In spite of this, the incident highlights the prevailing political climate's tangible tensions and enduring rivalries. This incident highlights the difficulties in preserving security and order at such important events, in addition to reflecting the intense emotions of the election season. Since then, the altercations video has gone viral, igniting a public debate and raising concerns about how political events are planned and handled. This incident at the IEC ROC serves as a sharp reminder of the deep emotions and differences that define South Africa's political scene as the country considers the consequences of the election results. Reiterating his assertion that former President Jacob Zuma is a formidable opponent in light of the MK party's success in the election results is ANC Secretary-General Fikile Mbalula. In response, Mbalula said that the MK party had sent the ANC packing and had cleaned up KwaZulu-Natal, KZN. They thought Zuma would get support, he claimed, but not this much. Despite their best efforts, he acknowledged that they were defeated. He promised that they would start again and concentrate on solving their issues. Fikile Mbalula, the Secretary-General of the ANC, disputes that he downplayed electoral surveys that indicated their share would fall below 50%. While acknowledging that some surveys were accurate, he argued that they couldn't depend on others since they seemed to be more specific. According to their surveys, which he mentioned, they would likewise be at 43%. He attributed their failure to obtain at least 50% on low voting turnout. Mbalula said that they will return and better represent the interests of South Africans in spite of the loss. In KwaZulu-Natal, the Democratic Alliance claims it would stop at nothing to stop the Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF, and the uMkhonto weSizwe Party, MK, from taking power in the province. Francois Rogers, the party's regional head, made this declaration. With little more than 45% of the vote, MK became the dominant party in KZN at the time of his remarks. To rule, the party need a majority of 50% plus one. There is talk of a potential alliance between the MK and the EFF or the Inkatha Freedom Party, IFP. The DA, which is now working in KZN as a coalition with the IFP, confronts difficult circumstances. Given that MK has made it clear that it would not form a coalition with the DA, the latter runs the danger of being totally shut out of KZN politics. In order to prevent this, the DA is holding private discussions with the ANC and IFP in order to keep MK out. In KZN, the DA is steadfast in its resolve to prevent the MK party and EFF from entering public office. For us and the people who voted for the DA, this is non-negotiable. We told the people of this province during our election campaign that we would save KZN, and we still intend to follow through on that commitment, particularly given the current political climate, Rogers said. Threats of violence against the South African Electoral Commission are condemned by ANC Secretary-General Fikile Mbalula, who argues that people should voice their concerns instead of resorting to violence. There are a lot of things that happened during the election that I am not happy about, he said. Any political party calling for the resignation of President Cyril Ramaphosa should forget about it. According to ANC Secretary-General Fikile Mbalula, Cyril is a dangerous place. Don't forget that demand you brought to us. Must Ramaphosa step down? What made him run for president? These are difficult times. We even meant for times like these when we made our agreement at Nasrec. You don't flee, he said. The ANC, according to Mbalula, is already in negotiations with political parties. He said that the course of action will be decided upon by Monday and submitted to the NWC and NEC on Tuesday. The ANC will